name, man?
Xavier. What's
Xavier?
yours?
Zion. You know what we already doing?
No, I do not.
You see what we got on?
Yeah.
What we have on is our heritage, our ways of old, you know what I'm saying? You believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
The Bible, it's written about a group of people, right? Give me that, what you holding? Baruch 4:1. It's written about a group of people. And that group of people is a peculiar, specific, special type of people. When you think about this place we live on now, what group of people is the most influences the most?
African American.
African American. Now when you say African American, what does that sound like? Two different places, right? And those two different places 1,000 years ago wouldn't even name those two things. So we go by blood, lineage, bloodline. That's how you know who your people are. Because you know, certain people say I'm Japanese, I'm Korean, I'm this, I'm that. But we have a specific name that the Most High God gave us. Read this.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endured forever.
So this book was taken out of this book.
That's right. Okay.
This is the Apocrypha. This is the middle of the Bible. In the original 1611 King James, this is in there already. So, read that again.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
So these are the commandments of God and the law that endure forever. That's basically saying this is our way of living, our rule of like what rules over us so that we can live in peace.
Okay.
Read on.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
So if you keep what's in this book, it's going to bring you back to life. So you say you believe in this book. What do you know about this book?
I just know the basics like Genesis and stuff, but I don't know too much.
So do you know about the commandments of how you're supposed to treat your brothers, how you get along with people?
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to that, how many other commandments do you know?
Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. That's pretty much it.
So that's what I'm trying to get you to see. We really don't know much about this book, but we say we believe in that book.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's saying if we keep what's in there, it's going to bring you to life. Read on.
They that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Read on.
Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
So it say take heed. So this is telling you, when it say this book of the commandments, it was for Jacob. Jacob's name got changed to Israel.
That's right.
Israel is here today.
That's right.
We got to figure out who Israel is today.
Bring it out.
So how do we find out that?
Not too sure.
Give me Revelations 1 and 3. It's like a code. Oh, this guy right here. Read this.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3.
Bring it out.
Blessed is he that readeth.
So read that again.
Blessed is he that readeth.
I can't show you. You're gonna have to see for yourself.
Bring it out.
I can tell you what you want to hear.
That's right.
But until you see it for yourself, you ain't gonna see it.
That's right.
So it say, blessed is you, young man. If you read, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46.
Bring it out.
And they shall,
Wait. Jump up to 45.
verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee.
Stop right there. Did you know there was curses in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
It sounds like we're speaking in another language. You been to church your life?
Yeah. Go to church with my grandma.
With your grandma? The pastor ever taught you about the curses?
Yes, sir.
This is in the book of Deuteronomy. That's in the beginning of the book. So really, when you getting taught the book, they should start from the beginning, right?
That's right.
So it's talking about the curses in the beginning. Read on.
Till thou be destroyed.
So these curses going to be upon a group of people till they are destroyed. Read on.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because they not blessed, because they not reading their Bible. They're not listening to the word of God. So it says these curses going to come upon you if you don't listen to this word. Read.
To keep his commandments.
To what?
To keep his commandments.
So if you ain't keeping the commandments, the curses going to come on you. Read.
And his statutes, which he command thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign
So the curses are going to be on the group of people for a sign. The group of people is talking about the Deuteronomy 1 and 1. Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1.
Let's see who this is talking about. Deuteronomy 28. This is what it's talking. Who's talking? Read.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So the context of this book, Deuteronomy, is Moses speaking to Israel, and he said curses are going to be on them if they don't keep his commandments. In the world we live in now, who's keeping the commandments?
Not many people.
Not many people. So therefore, this is going to help you pinpoint who the people are, right? And let's hear some of their curses. Keep reading.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness, and with gladness of heart, and the abundance of all things.
Since we don't want to give our love to God and take on these words that he gave us, it's simple. Love your neighbor as yourself. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Thou shalt not bear false witness. Why you lying on your brother? That's not love.
Yeah.
Your brother lie on you, that's not love, bro.
That's right.
Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So, whoa. If this book was written for everybody, read that part slow again. Read that again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
This is how you know this book is speaking to one group of people. Because that group of people has enemies according to this Bible.
That's right.
And God sent the enemies against them.
That's right.
Since he's the creator of all things, he can send the trees against us if he wanted to.
That's right.
That's right.
He can send the bees, the whatever, flies, whatever. So he said he's going to send our enemies against us. Let's see what's going to happen. Read.
In hunger.
And what?
In hunger.
Where we get our food from?
Bring it out.
Grocery stores,
Who all knows grocery stores?
corporations,
And the corporations, what kind of stuff do they put in our food?
like a lot of harmful chemicals.
That's right, but I can tell you you're smart. How old are you?
19.
19? For a 19-year-old, you got a lot of knowledge on you.
Thank you.
Read.
And in thirst.
So where you get your water from?
Here from companies.
Corporation.
No.
They are our friends.
No.
Read.
And in nakedness.
Our clothes.
Yeah, from corporations.
It's like it's. Why is this in the Bible saying that this is what we're going to be doing today? And why do it fit your people?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people are relying on others for stuff that they need, vital resources that they need, which we shouldn't be too reliant on.
That's right. Because it ain't hard. It ain't hard to get your own, grow your own food, get you some water, and fall from the sky, right? But who did I say that this was speaking to?
Israel.
Okay, so Israel is going to be serving their enemies for food, water, and clothes. You say you get your food, water, and clothes from who?
Like everybody else, corporations.
Okay, we're going to see if you catch on who Israel really is. Read.
And in want of all things. And they shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So they put a yoke of iron. That means they have full control of you. If you want food, you got to go to them.
That's right.
Full control. They got control of the seeds.
That's right.
They got control of the rain. You can't even gather water.
Bring it
It's
up.
illegal. So why is this happening? Because we didn't what?
Didn't listen.
Didn't listen to who?
God.
That's right. That's right. And who is we? Israel. Israel, brother. What I'm trying to get you to see is you Israel.
That's right.
That's right.
Give me
Yeah.
16. Let me go through a couple of curses for you.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 16.
Read.
Yeah.
Curse shall thou be in the city.
In every city. We don't even have our own homeland.
That's right.
Our homeland is damn near make-believe now.
Bring it out.
So we got to be cursed in every city. Because if we get in trouble, where can we go? Let's go back to our land. Where's that at?
Bring it out.
We don't even know where it's at. Read.
And curse shall thou be in the field.
When you think about it, any field you can think of. Work field, cotton field, sugar cane field, doctors, lawyers. We always at the bottom.
That's right.
Yeah.
Somebody else is always at the top. Every time I go to the doctor, I see an Indian dude, an Asian dude, and a Caucasian dude. Our people be the nurses and the RNs, you know what I'm saying? Our people be the ones that take the temperature. But who the ones doing the surgeries and stuff? They say curse is gonna be our people in the city and in the field. We don't.
Curse shall be thy basket and thy store.
We're going back into that grocery store. What you put in your basket, your food, right?
Yeah.
It says it's gonna be cursed. Why when we read this Bible, we don't see that this talking about us?
What is it that you're searching for? To be honest, I'm just trying to get money. You give me some land.
Money, such a land.
Read just trying to take care of my
The
family.
book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 1.
Read.
And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many.
So in this world, where the money and the land you see, he made it for many. So read.
But the world to come for a few.
The world to come for few. You married. You married in what you see, bro. You married in the matrix. It's something beyond, bro. It's something beyond. It's running through your blood, through your veins. Something bigger than this, dude. Something bigger than what you see. Come home, come back and come home and walk with Christ, man.
That's right.
Read Matthew 4:22.
The book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 22.
Look it up.
But when he heard,
4:22.
4 and 22, and they immediately left the ship.
Yeah, 22. John 4.
The book of Matthew, chapter 8 and verse 22. But Yahawashi said unto him, follow me, and let the dead bury the dead.
You got two choices out there, bro. Life or death. Let me tell you something. You got to die one day. That's what you want. Spending this time grinding for money and land that you can't take with you. No, they'll definitely be knocking on you tomorrow, man. Y'all got to die, bro, but that's the way to be death. Read that again now.
The book of Matthew, chapter 8, verse 22.
Read.
But Yahawashi said unto him, follow me, and let the dead bury the dead.
Bro, you wanna walk with God, bro, or you wanna walk among the dead. Choice is yours, man. I'm brother Chris.
Nice to meet you.
You too, man. Hey, come home, bro. You got real live brothers, real live love. Ain't love out here.
Nah, not really.
It ain't no love, bro. It ain't no love out here. Be 100. There ain't no love out here, bro. Keep it real with yourself. Give me 1 John 4 and 8. 1 John chapter 4, verse 8. Be real, bro. Ain't no love out here.
The book of 1 John, chapter 4 and verse 8.
Read.
He that loveth not, knoweth not God.
People that don't love, bro, don't got God, bro. That's why they don't love out here, because God is not out here. Bring it out.
For God is love. For God is love.
God is love, bro. Come on, God, bro. You got your brothers here, man. We got love for you. Show me some love, man. We got love for you, bro. We don't let you go out like that, man. Come home, man. Real cheese, bro. Just done and true, man. What's old? 14, bro. Yesterday, I feel like you just holding your arms. Stay with us. Wisdom Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. Page 58. 2, verse 1. Yes, sir.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not all right.
Read.
Our life is short and tedious.
Our life is real short, tedious, bro. Read on.
And in the death of a man, there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Read.
For we are both all adventure, and we shall be as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart.
You know.
Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes,
Read.
and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance.
Please ask the chapter 11, verse 26. The thing is, brother, by the time you breathe and the time you got here, what should you be doing?
You're supposed to be making a way for yourself.
Give me Proverbs 13, verse 1 over here. Proverbs 13, verse 1. So you understand you're a child of God, right? You're a son of God.
True.
So let's see what a wise son would do and what an unwise son would do. Read this.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 1. A wise son
A wise Israelite son, read.
heareth his father's
You're
instruction.
hearing your father's instruction right now. He's coming to you today. This is lifetime, very short, tedious.
True.
But what is a man like to God? You know, what is your like to God? Hold that. Give me James 4 and 17.
No. Tell me. I want to hear.
James 4 and 17. What is your like to God? For a man will think himself to be something, deceive himself, when he is nothing. James, chapter 4, verse 17.
The book of James, chapter 4, and verse
17.
4 and verse 17. Therefore to him that knoweth to do good,
So in verse 14, you right.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow.
What's going to be on tomorrow? You know what tomorrow is? That's hope for you.
We really don't know what
You
tomorrow.
don't. Read that again.
Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow.
Read.
For what is your life?
For what is what?
For what is your life?
For what is what?
For what is your life?
What is your life? What is my life? What is his life? Read.
It is even a vapor that appeared for a little time,
Read on.
and then vanished away. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will.
We got another short and tedious time here. Very short. We have a short time, a few days. Let's see what a wise son would do in his time here on this earth. Read this again.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 1. A wise son
Give me second Esdras, chapter 7, verse 17.
heareth his father's instruction,
A wise son heareth his father's instruction. He does his father's instruction. Read.
but a scorner
But a
heareth, but a
Consider
scorner
yourself a scorning son. Son full of lies. Backbiting. Leaning on his own understanding. Read.
heareth not rebuke.
He doesn't hear correction from his father. Give me Proverbs 15 and 5. Read this.
The book of 2 Esdras, chapter 7, verse 17.
Read.
Then answered and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law, that the righteous should inherit these things, but the ungodly should perish.
So what?
The ungodly shall perish.
God should perish. Read this.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 5. A fool,
A fool, or what?
a fool
A foolish son, a foolish daughter. Read.
despiseth his father's instruction.
Despise your father's instruction. What are your father wants you to do?
Do right.
Give me Jeremiah 7 and 23. Your father just asked you to do one thing, brother. But guess what? Only few gonna do it. Only few gonna be saved.
Distractions.
Distractions. But bro, you gotta overcome that.
Yeah, that's what makes you. I guess the man you are. How can I say it?
Read this.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 23.
Read.
But this thing commandeth I them, saying, Obey my
What
voice.
the father put you to do is obey his voice. That's
True.
right. Obey his voice. So how do you do that? Give me Ecclesiastes 12:13. Slocky on that. Read that again from the top.
But this thing commandeth I them, saying, Obey my voice.
Read.
And I will be your
We're
God.
gonna do everything else. But read on.
And ye shall be my people.
But read.
And walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you,
But what 2/3 of his sons and daughters gonna choose to do? Read.
that I may be well unto you.
Read.
But they hearkened not.
So, brother, we don't not come and do it, bro. They got the message. They know the truth. But something inside their ego, that man in the mirror gonna choose to tell them not to hearken, not read.
Nor incline their ears,
Do it. Listen. Read on.
but walked in the counsel and in their imaginations.
So then, brother, you gonna start leaning on your own understanding. That's gonna be the only thing that's gonna separate you from eternal life is leaning on your own understanding. If your understanding work, brother, why you still curse at the Father?
It don't
Or
work.
it doesn't work. Give his brother Hebrew hand, man. That's real life, bro.
I always learn, bro. I always ask God to walk one foot in front of you every time you take a step. So, and to give you enough knowledge, right? Because knowledge is the fear of the Lord. So it is, and people think fear is being scared. No, it's just obey. Listen to what he tells you. Like everything y'all saying. So,
Second address.
and so I'm just, I moved away from this place so I could clear my conscience and make a better place for my kids. You know what I mean? So it's like, like I tell you, my baby mama, she tells me about it. She do the same thing that y'all do, except for they wear purple,
Yeah, I see.
and so, but it's the same message,
Same
right?
message.
And so they try to, she try to teach me about it, and not listen to what she's saying. But it goes like this: we all live our own separate life, right? It's not what you saying. I don't believe it, right? Because I do believe it, because that's coming straight out of the Bible. So nothing in this book is a lie.
He's just going forward.
So what y'all say and what y'all teaching, who knows? Bro, I might decide to come to one of the meetings or
You
something.
just said something. Everybody knows separate life, right? But you belong. You walk with a price. You belong to the body of God. That's right.
Bring it out.
How can you just straight go your own thing? That means that's your own life that you choose to live, when you can give it up to the Most High and the Son.
Right, but I just look at it as an intimate. You have an
Hebrews
intimate
10:25.
relationship with God.
Give me Ecclesiastes going on. So if they
But
have,
I'm not saying you can't teach me.
No.
Or this man, everybody can
so if
teach
you have an
somebody.
intimate relationship with God, bro, you will do what He tell you to do. This is what He
Right.
tell you to do. Read this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse
Give me
25.
Zechariah chapter 2, verse 1. Zephaniah 2 and 1. Read.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves
God
together,
said, not forsaking the assembly yourselves together. Read.
as the manner of some is,
Read.
but exhorting one another,
Build each other up, sharpen each other in the laws and the love of God. Read.
and so much the more, as ye see the day approaching.
So I guess you don't see the day approaching if you want to live your own life. You don't see the brew that
No, I do see it.
food running out.
Yeah.
Brother,
But this is the most. True children of God know something's coming.
That's right.
Like, and I know, and like this is just the beginning of the end to me. Like, and I know it. You know, people gotta. We walk around trying to protect. See, but my thing is this:
What's your name, brother?
I've been deceived. So, like, I've been deceived by a lot of people.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 verse 7.
And we are talking about like preachers and things like that. Like, I will sit, but I'm a strong observer. So what I do is before I jump into something, I watch it
That's what you're supposed
and
to do.
make sure
You read it. I'm going to read this.
that is.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 7.
Read.
Make no tarry.
No, 67.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a
So if
friend,
you were to get a friend, read.
prove him first,
Read.
and be not hasty to credit him.
Everything in life you prove first if you're not hasty to credit.
That's my
That's
thing.
100. But let me tell you something. The difference between any other body group, if any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God.
That's right.
I'm never going to, never. You try this rule, since you from your brothers, when you come together, we're going to never speak our own words. Give me 2 Peter 1:20. 2 Peter 1 verse 20. That's how you know off the muscle.
But I know y'all wouldn't be out here for no reason. There's a reason why y'all are out here, because y'all, how can I say it? It's not like y'all know. You know what I mean? You know. You believe what you believe. It is what it is, right? So, but it's out of this book. It's not that you believe what you believe. You believe what it is. And but that's the same thing that the Baptist or the Christian or somebody else would try to. My thing is, when I get into something, I'm really into it. Okay. So it's like, I will become good at this. If
Come on, I got you. This is where we at.
Does that make sense? What I'm
so
saying?
the thing is, brother, you got to know what you're a man of God. What you consider yourself a man of God.
I would consider myself a man of God, but I can be bad.
So, man of God has, what does a man of God fight for? 2 Maccabees 3:19.
Fight for his life.
You said fight man of God fight, that's not right.
No, it's okay.
You see, this is one thing that you cannot shake. 3:19.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 19.
Bring it up.
And the woman,
First Maccabees 3:19. First Maccabees 3:19.
the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 19. 3 and 19. For the victory of the 3:19. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host.
So to understand, the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of the hosts. Read.
But strength cometh from heaven.
So understand, my first principle as being a man of God, my strength comes from above. Could you agree on that?
Absolutely.
Read.
They come against us in much pride.
So, and being a man of God, the enemy round about me come against me with much pride. Read.
And iniquity.
They come against me with much iniquity. Read.
To destroy us.
To destroy us. Read on.
And our wives.
What are they going to do to our wives?
To destroy us. And our
So
wives.
they give our daughters, our wives, bro, they give them Megan Thee Stallion, they give them this TV that's destroying them, the radio, the school system. This system was built to destroy us. But read.
And children.
And our what?
And
All
children.
our sons gonna do is walk around here with their ass hanging out, shoot each other, and bring each other down. Like the material. Read.
And to spoil us.
Read on.
But we fight for our lives.
We do what?
But we fight for our lives.
Read.
And our laws.
Read.
Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our
We
face.
fight for our lives, our nation, and the laws of our God. That's right.
Right.
There's nothing. There's no religion. There's nothing in between. A real man of God gonna fight for his nation and the laws of his God. That's right.
That's right.
Give me Matthew chapter 4 verse 17. Give me Isaiah 13:15.
Hey, you're pretty good.
The book of Matthew. That's right.
Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 17. From that time, Yahawashi began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is
Brother,
at
it's time
hand.
for you to change, come back home to your God. If not, this is going to happen to you. Read.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 15.
Read.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust
You
through,
want to be found joined into these people, bro?
No.
You're going to be thrusted through. Read.
and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the
Shall
sword.
do what?
Shall fall by the sword.
Read.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Children? Do you love your children? If you truly love your children, brother, you'll bring them back to the Most High. Because if not, read that again.
Their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes.
Read.
Their houses shall be spoiled.
Read.
And their wives ravished.
Brother, don't play with the power.
That's right.